Good morning, everyone. Leah Dixon here. I am joining you online this morning for the third in my summer celebration series. So from July 2nd through to July 10th, I am going to be doing a video every morning highlighting some of the brand new celebration rewards that you can earn and kind of mixing it up and pairing it with new product from the brand new July to December mini catalog. It's a great one. It's got a lot of Christmas stuff, but it also has some non-Christmassy stuff and some like autumn and everything. So it's a really beautiful catalog, and I'm so excited to be sharing it with you. I'm going to switch over to my desktop and actually show you the stamp set that we're working with today, and it's a little bit of an unusual one. Oh, good morning, Cindy. So let's show you guys my desktop. All right, so the stamp set that we're actually going to be making a card with today is the Making Plans stamp set. And this is actually not a celebration reward for shopping. This is a celebration reward for joining my team. Stampin' Up! Always has the best starter kit and is $135, no shipping, and only your local provincial tax on it. So here in BC, it's like $145. With that, you get $165 worth of product of your choice, a free paper, past paper pumpkin, a bunch of like catalogs and stuff to share with your friends and family. And right now during celebration, you also get the Making Plans collection. So it's this cute little stamp set. And I actually have something to show you about this one that I just learned last night. I'm so excited about it. So you get the cute little stamp set. You get this beautiful like faux leather planner. And then this is just a fraction of the stuff that goes in there. You actually get enough pages for July of 2022 all the way through to the end of 2023. And they're great because you've got areas to create monthly focuses. You've got a full month calendar. And then you have your weekly priorities as well as little checklist pages. And I actually have folded mine in half so that I can keep it in on the week that I'm currently working on. And so these are just, it's a really nice, pretty catalog, or not catalog, planner. So yeah, really nice. And then it has the spot for the pen as well. It doesn't come with a pen, but I'm sure you've got pens all over the place. And the nice little magnet clasp. And then you also get 3 notebooks and a bunch of sticker sheets. And I've even thrown one on here, the I Love Lists, onto the front. And these are great. Some of them are bullet journal. Some of them are lined. And the last one is blank. So really great for a stamping business or just for organizing your own life. And this stamp set, we're actually going to use it today to create a card. Now, before we do that, though, I wanted to show you the aha thing that I just found out today is this little bullet journal one. I thought, well, that's cute, but that's a really small bullet journal. That's for people who write really, really tiny. Well, actually, what I learned that it does, just open up my calendar here and find a month. That little bullet journal fits in the calendar squares. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but so then you can go ahead and stamp your little bullet journal dots in one of your squares on your calendar, and voila, it's all done. Or if you just wanted to fully color in one of these calendar squares to really make it highlighted or something, the solid square fully fills one of your calendar squares as well. So you can stamp right in there to highlight the days and everything. And then these little bars, if you wanted to just write something small and highlighted, that perfectly fits inside. Or if you needed a tiny little list, this little checklist fits perfectly inside that square. So, because I kind of wondered what those ultra tiny bits were for. They're for this calendar. So like, wow, it's awesome. So excited about that. So just needed to share that with you guys. For anybody who does join my team or any demos who previously purchased this when demonstrators could buy it before celebration. Yeah, super excited about that. Now, as a person in business, the kind of card I need the most are thank you cards. And they happen to have this beautiful thank you on here, and they have the copyright Stampin' Up stamp that we're required to put on the back of any cards that we sell. So, and then I could add in the for your order. I tend not to because I just want to say thank you in general. So I'm going to show you the cutest, quickest little card that you can create using some other celebration items. So I've got here just a blushing bride card base, and I folded it in my preferred horizontal card fashion. This is actually 11 by 4 1/4, and I scored it at 5 1/2. I like having that fold on the side because then my card doesn't get flimsy and flop open. It will always stay standing nicely. So that's my preferred way. And then I have, oh, this is my next thing to show you. I have some beautiful silver polka dot paper. And this is one of our celebration items right now, you guys. It's actually silver and gold. Designer Series paper 6x6. You get a ton of it. Like, I'm not even sure. I think you get 6 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you get 6 of each. So 6 gold stripes and polka dots, and then 6 silver stripes and 6 silver polka dots. So 24 sheets of paper in this pack, and they're just beautiful. Hi, Gail. So you can use them as they are because they've got that metallic sheen to them. They're just gorgeous. But today I'm actually going to show you something else that you can do with yours. So I'll just give you a quick rundown. I cut this piece by cutting my Designer Series paper at 4 inches. I kept this little 2-inch piece for another card later. And then I turned my 4-inch piece and I cut it at 5 1/4. That left me with this 4 by 5 1/4 piece and this little 4 by 3/4 piece. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be using on our card today. And then I still have a 2-inch strip left over for something else. I'm going to start by actually bringing in a scrap paper and adding some color to this paper though. I mean, I could totally create this card with just the white and leave it and it would be beautiful, but I would like to add some color to it. So I'm going to grab, I think that's my pink one. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to grab my blending brush that I've designated for my pinks. And I'm going to grab some Flirty Flamingo ink. And we are going to start, I think I'd like to do this from top to bottom. We're going to start applying some ink to this. And so we're just rubbing gently right over top of this Designer Series paper, right over top of those silver dots. And the cool thing is because they're all metallic, this ink's not going to stick to them. It's just sticking to the white background. Okay. Now this is a little bit of a process, like you've got to keep reapplying ink and keep going in and adding layers of ink. So what I've done here is I've created one nice soft layer that goes across the whole thing. And now that I've got that base established, I'm going to start just on this right-hand side and start to make it a little bit deeper, a little bit richer in color along this top side. And I'm going to create like an ombre effect. This is going to be the top of our card. So an ombre effect from top down. Okay. And so really it's just circular motions and keep applying more and more ink. Always starting on that one edge though. Okay, here we go. We're almost done. So you can create this so it is as dark or as light as you would like, whatever your preference is. There we go. That's dark enough on that side for me. And then I'm just going to come in and even up some of this blending down into the lighter. Okay. There. All right. I'm quite happy with that, how that turned out. So I'm going to set that to the side. And then that little strip that we had, I'm going to do the same thing to it, starting at the top and working our way down. Starting at the top. Now, if you wanted to, you could have blended this first and then cut it. I just wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do when I started cutting. So there we go. That's awesome. So we've got that all blended. So I can put away my Flirty Flamingo ink and my blending brush. I don't like to leave those out because they can make things quite messy. All right. Now I'll put that off to the side. And I'm going to grab a piece of basic white cardstock that is also cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to glue this small strip of designer series paper that we use the blending brush on. I'm going to glue it to the right hand edge of this piece of white. So here we go. And this is going to create just a nice little detail, a little bit of interest on the inside of our card. So now that that's glued down, I'm going to get that Blushing Bride base, and I'm going to glue this right inside. So just like I like to decorate my envelopes, I also like to decorate the insides of my cards. Okay, there we go. So just like that. So that's glued in. We're ready to go. Now I'm going to put away my glue for a moment. Oh yeah, the color's a little bit off. I also find that the Flirty Flamingo really creates an orangish color. It's a very orange pink. Quite like it. All right. So now I've got this little piece of white. And we're not going to do that yet. We are going to finish up with this and get it attached to our card. So the next thing we do before we attach this is I'm going to grab some, which color is this? Soft sea foam seam binding ribbon. It's just like the softest, lightest ribbon. And I'm going to lay out a piece here and snip it off so it's just a little bit longer. Oops. A little bit longer than my card front. Then I'm going to flip this over. The card base is actually Blushing Bride. All right, and then I'm going to use just a little bit of seal here on the sides. And I am going to, actually, now that I say it's Blushing Bride, I should actually go check because Blushing Bride and Petal Pink, I always get mixed up. I actually have them labeled in my filing cabinet because I never remember the two. Okay, so we've got that seam binding straight across. And now we're just going to put some glue on here and glue this down. Yeah, I'll go double check for you. I'm pretty sure it's Blushing Bride. But I'll check in just a second. Once we get this glued down, I'll run over to my filing cabinet and compare. All right, so I just put a bit of glue on there. And we're going to pop this on right like that. Okay. Now, I like to actually put this upside down to press it down. That way I don't accidentally snag the ribbon. Okay. All right. I'm going to pop my lid on the glue, and I will be right back. I'm just going to check that color for you guys. Okay, yes, it is Blushing Bride. My memory is not failing me that much. Yay. All right. So now that we've got that done, I'm going to set it off to the side. And we've got this little piece here. I'm actually going to set that really off to the side because we're going to bring in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and some new fabulous frame dies. Oh, good morning, Norma. These are actually from our new annual catalog. There's so many new catalogs right now. It's crazy. And so these are really cool. They're all frames. So they cut out the outside piece, but they actually cut the inside so it's separate. So same with this little oval. I'm going to end up with 3 pieces, my garbage, my frame, and my center when I've run this through the machine. So I'm going to grab my mini and we will run this through. Okay, so plate 3, plate 2, paper, die, and then another plate 2. And away we go. Okay, that is all done. And this is the coolest part. So I've got my garbage, I've got my frame, and I've got my center. Pretty cool, eh? So those are the fabulous frames. Absolutely love them. All right, now I need another scrap paper. Now, I will warn you, do not, if you are making this card along with me, do not grab the same scrap that you had before that's going to have that Flirty Flamingo ink on it. You actually want a totally clean piece of paper because we're going to be using blending brushes and soft seafoam. And what I find is that the blending brush will pick up the Flirty Flamingo and blend it with your soft seafoam, and you're going to end up with this really ugly brown. I'm super happy I tried this card beforehand so that I could see what would happen. And then I had to go clean my blending brushes, and it was all a thing. So yeah, a clean piece of paper with a blending brush that's just used for your greens. Oh, there are so many cool die sets that don't have coordinating stamps. You really have to look at the catalog closely to kind of see all the amazing stuff that they've put into this new one. It's quite beautiful. All right, so I've got some soft seafoam on here. And in all honesty, there's probably a little bit of Parakeet Party in there too, because I was blending with that last night. But that's okay. It'll just add a little brightness to our card. Really, we're going for a very light greenish yellow look. So soft seafoam, Parakeet Party, it's all good. Although with Parakeet Party, you would definitely run the risk of getting too bright too quick. Okay. So here we go. And just apply this as much or as little as you would like until you get the color saturation that makes you happy. I just want it to be dark enough that on the screen you guys can tell it's not white anymore. Okay, so I am really trying to keep this light and soft and subtle. There we go. Oh, hi, Carol. Glad you can join us again. Okay, with that done, I'll bring in our centerpiece, and this is where that Making Plans stamp set is going to come into play. I have got the thank you and the little heart, and we're going to stamp both of those in Flirty Flamingo. So here we go. So there we go. Got our thank you. So I get so quiet when I stamp. I need to concentrate so I can actually get things a little straight. And then our little heart. And I'm actually going to put it kind of on its side. No, I'm going to put it totally straight under the thank you. Okay, well, not totally straight, but straight enough. All right, so we've got that stamped. Oh, happy 4th of July. Good afternoon, Lynn. Yeah, to all of you in the US, have a wonderful holiday day. That's right. Ours was on Friday for July 1st, Canada Day. So big party weekend. It's fun when it lands on the Monday or the Friday and the Monday. So can make a big long deal about it. All right. So now that we've got that done, I'm going to bring back in our card base. And because I actually want these to be at the same height, I'm going to actually kind of put it upside down and layer them so that they fit snugly back into each other. And I'm going to get my dimensionals and I'm going to use them to hold this together. Now, the cool thing about these frames is you could actually use dimensionals on the frame and not on the background and have that multi-layer to it, or all sorts of options here. I am simply going to kind of glue mine together and pop them onto the front of my card, right in the center. Okay, peel that off. Actually, I'm going to put one more dimensional on there. I don't know. There we go. Okay. So right in the center, we've got our sentiment with our cool frame now. And then we're going to bring back our soft seafoam ribbon. And because of how I attach this ribbon, just taping it to the back side of this, I am now going to be able to just slide carefully, slide that under. Now you don't want to pull on it too much because you could end up tearing your designer series paper. You don't want to do that. So just very gently pick it up so you can fit this underneath. Now I'm not even tying a bow or anything. Well, I will be. I'm not tying a knot, I should say. I'm simply going to take this ribbon, still attached to my roll. I'm going to make 2 bunny ears, cross them over each other. Easier said than done some mornings. All right, cross them over each other. Oh, you know what? I did do a knot. I'm like, that's not sitting right. So yeah, I did create a knot. So grab your ribbon, tie a knot, let it fall the way it wants to fall. Okay, there we go. Now we can do our bunny ears. And now this bow will sit the way I want it to, because I want it to actually kind of sit sideways. Okay. There we go. So if you don't want your bows to sit sideways, don't tie a knot. If you do want them to sit sideways, tie the knot. There. All right. So once you have your bow how you like it, and it's looking all pretty, then we trim off of our roll. That way I save a ton of ribbon by not cutting off more than I actually need. And then I can trim up this side. There we go. And just kind of fiddle that a bit more. I want it nice and snug up to the side of our frame. So there we have our bow, and I can even kind of like just wiggle and jiggle it a bit. I want it to go over top of our frame. There we go. Just like that. And we are done our card. So it's a super fast, simple thank you card. I'll bring it up so you guys have a bit better view there. So it's a soft seafoam frame with Flirty Flamingo ink on a Blushing Bride base. And then inside we just have that little strip of paper as well. It almost reminds me of like a muted watermelon or something. So super fun summery card. And if you're grabbing this Making Plans stamp set because you're joining my team, you're probably going to have people to say thank you to, because hopefully your friends and family are going to support you, come to a stamp class with you and stuff like that. And yeah, so a great one that you can create using your new stamp set. So thank you so much for joining me today. I will be live again for, I don't know, what is it, like 6 more days, I think, until July 10th. After July 10th, life gets a little hectic around here for a bit with summertime, but from now till July 10th, I'll be showing you guys all of the new fabulous SALE-a-BRATION rewards and stuff like that. So today featured that gold and silver DSP that you can get for free with a $60 purchase. Or if you have a big wish list, $165 worth of product gets you that planner kit and the stamp set that has that thank you that we used. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. It's raining here, so I'm going to be crafting some more. And I hope you all are having a wonderful summer. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.